are you?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm doing good. How about you, sir?
Doing real good. Good. Welcome to Mackinac Island.
I love this place.
Isn't it a great place?
We come here all the time, at least twice a year with my family.
All right.
But usually I don't get to stay in this beautiful hotel. We stay across the pond.
Good. It's a historic gem.
Yeah.
For our Detroit audience who may not be as used to you as some of the local politicians who are up here, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and why it was important for you to be at this conference.
I was born and raised on the east side, 7 in Gratiot, raised by a cop and a housewife on the same block that they were raised on, and had to leave the city in '85 because I couldn't find a job. And the only job I could find was in Arkansas. Found my way covering Bill Clinton as the governor.
Right, that must have been
that was great. That was. And then when he went to Washington, the bureau chief for the Associated Press in Washington at the time was a man who you know, John Woolman.
Yes. Who's
now the publisher of the Detroit News. Well, then he's the one who transferred me to Arkansas. John made my career. So I've had a great run in Washington, but we've never lost touch with Michigan. We're here every couple of weeks. One of our daughters now lives here in Midtown and works for the Detroit News, and another goes to Michigan State. And we got a cottage just south of here. So when they invited me to come up to the Mackinac Island and come to this conference, it was a no-brainer.
Well, we're glad that you're here. I know we don't have you for a huge period of time. We got so many people coming on.
I know, you guys are just stacked up.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. There's a lot to talk about.
All the VIPs lined up here. It's amazing.
That's okay.
Back up, people.
Your view of this political election year, this presidential race, in which I think every political pundit has been wrong from the very beginning on who would be in the race today.
Here's why we are wrong, because we think this is about the candidates. And it's true that we have 2 of the most unpopular candidates ever, 2 of the most untrusted candidates ever. It's an unpopularity contest, but it's not really about them. It's about us. It's about we the people. And we are changing in some amazing ways because of the new technology, the new economy, the new demography. And our institutions that are supposed to be holding us up and knitting us together aren't helping us. They're dysfunctional, especially in politics and government. So we have a lot of people out there on the far right and the far left, Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump supporters, and a lot of people in the middle, across the spectrum, who are just tired of politics, who are tired of the fact that they've been left behind by the economy. No one seems to be standing up for them. They're being let down by their churches, by their businesses, by small business, big business, and certainly by both parties. Most Americans really don't fit at home at either party, even if they vote for one, but they're doing it because they don't like the other party more. So they're looking for change. Americans right now want big change, and that's when we get some weird things happening.
And how concerned are you that this change, and many people say, well, now we're down to at least 2 of the 3 who majority of Americans say we don't trust them, and another candidate who's promising the world, and we talk to a lot of the economists and they say, if we do what Bernie Sanders says we do, then we're going to probably bankrupt and get in deeper debt than we're already in, which is tremendous.
And because of what you said about Bernie Sanders, because of Hillary Clinton, for all her attributes, she's not a change agent. Because of Donald Trump, because he is saying some terribly bigoted, sexist, vacuous things. No matter who wins, nothing's going to change. And the people right now who are angry, which is most of us, and are disconnected from our political system, which is almost all of us, are going to be even more angry and disconnected next cycle and the cycle after that. So until we have some really huge change in politics, and I mean like the destruction of both parties and building of new ones and new structures, until some big things happen, we're just going to get angrier and angrier and more open to be exploited by a demagogue. And I happen to think Donald Trump is just the first of what will be a series of demagogic type figures.
All right, final question.
Yes, sir.
Political pundits have been wrong throughout the years, but let's take one more shot at it. November, election is over. January 1, time to be sworn in. Who will be sworn in as the next president of the United States?
You're talking about a guy who the last time I made a political prediction was the governor of my state of Arkansas, Bill Clinton, would never become president.
Especially your record's not too good.
I'm not going to. I mean, why would you try to pick this election?
All right.
It's unpredictable.
All right, we're going to let you off the hook on that one.
You got no choice.
We'll get you back after January when we know who the president is.
I can't be wrong this way.
Ron, thanks so much.
Pleasure seeing you.
Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, our pleasure.